my spot in Campbellsville. For those of you who don't know, I go to school in Campbellsville University. I go to school at the Campbellsville University in Campbellsville, Kentucky. Mm, Jersey to represent. Shout out to Big Six, Big Bro, Long Living. Feel me? That's where I got the inspiration of wearing that number. But we're gonna get all into that later. We're gonna get all into that later. We're gonna get into that later. All right. For the time, for the time being, we just uh gonna take advantage of what we got right here, man. Gonna take advantage of um just gonna take advantage of this beautiful opportunity we have to make the show greater, make the show greater, make the show funner to be a part of. All right, so we here. Um, we definitely here, man. And yeah, I don't know if I want to call this the first episode or the the second episode. I don't know which one it would technically be, but I guess you could say this is the first episode. The other one was just like um like an introductory type thing, like basically, what I feel, what the show can do, what the show is going to reach, who it can reach, and this and that and the third. So just a little bit about myself to for those who aren't aware. My name is Mahari Sturgis. I was born and raised in Lexington, Kentucky. Shout out A59. That's my hometown. Um, Played football, basketball, really almost all my life. Um, a little bit of baseball as well. I probably stopped playing baseball when I was like 12, though. Uh, what else? What else have I done? I got a twin. I got a little brother. Got a little sister. Got an older brother. Um, Beautiful mama. Pretty cool dad. Nice, nice stepdad. Shout out to my little brother's dad. That's my stepdad. Shout out to my biological father. That's my dad. Um, Amazing family. Very big. Well, I wouldn't say very big family, but super family oriented. Um, Love being around my family. Love just you know having that opportunity and that blessing of having a family. Not everybody got a family, especially a biological family. Not everybody got biological families. Not everybody's close to their family. Not everybody has the relations I have with my family. So very appreciative of what I'm able to do with my family and how I'm able to express my love with my family. Um, Went to Bryan Station High School. Shout out to them defenders. Y'all see it? Y'all see it to my left. Your right, probably, but shout out to Bryan Station High School. That was not my jersey number. Just gotta let you know that. Varsity, I wore 23. And then my senior year, I wore 4. I didn't do nothing my senior year. I really wasn't no like basketball star, so I just I was eyed at hooping. You feel me? That's how I made the team. I could contribute to team success, energy, defense, rebounding. Layup here, 9 in, running up and down the floor. That was my role in high school. I wasn't the bucket getter. I wasn't the the number one option now. Um, Football. I love football. I've been playing football since I was like 7 or 8. Um, Played for them Broncos. Y'all seen it in the O's, in not the O's set, but the past episode. I had my Broncos little flag on. Shout out Coach KT, Coach Greg, Coach Truck, Coach Eric. Both Coach Erics, the one with an A and the one with an E. Um, Shout out Coach Roddy. Shout out Coach Seal. That's my dog, boy. Um, Shout out Coach Rico. That's my uncle, boy. Love that man. Shout out Uncle Rico. Well, Coach Rico, I should say. Who else done been my coaches in Pee Wee, bro? Shout out 3D Davon. He's more than just a coach because I met him primarily as like Coach Davon. But shout out 3D. That's my best friend's dad. Man, I'll do anything for that boy, man. For real, that's my homie. That's for real. You know what I'm saying? Shout out 3D, man. Shout out to all them parents that helped out. Everybody's mama that would bring the team snacks. So yeah, shout out to all that stuff, man. And it was pretty good.
I hope I don't mess it up no more. Dang, that joker fail. When she watch this, she's gonna be mad. Girl got me the mic, so I gotta take care of the mic. It's taking me to a whole other level. You know what I'm saying? It's really elevated my game at the podcast game. I definitely can't lie. Like, not having this mic is not taking me to the next level. Shout out to you. But yeah, I gotta make sure my stuff is recording. You know, I can't be doing that for free. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, I tried to do it that way, but it ain't gonna work that way for real. So we just gonna have to hold it. You feel me? It feels more intimate this way anyway, holding it and just talking to y'all. So yeah, man, football's always been a big part of my life. Started playing when I was probably about 7 or 8. Same thing with basketball. I think I played about 7 or 8. Basketball was actually my first sport, but football was the first sport I actually fell in love with. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, this is something I want to be a part of. I want to be a footballer. Yeah, let's go. I want to hit somebody. I can hit somebody without getting in trouble. As you know, believe it or not, excuse me, but believe it or not, most males play ball, especially football, because it's a violent sport and you don't get in trouble for being violent. You know what I'm saying? And more oftentimes than not, you're told to be considerate of your actions. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the few sports, if not many, where it's rare you get penalized for acting how you want to. Now, granted, yeah, they're going to make sure sportsmanship is in the game and stuff like that. So you're going to see that. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of see people do whatever they want and not just football, a lot of sports, but they get to express themselves. So football for me was huge because, like I said, I was able to be violent. I was able to be aggressive. Um, Even though I wasn't uh, like one of those violent kids or whatever, it's just like a lot of kids, I had pent up aggression. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know at the time. I just thought, one day I was mad, so I'm gonna take it all out there, So, but that pent up aggression just kind of helped me channel that energy that you need for a contact sport, a violent contact sport at that. So that felt good to be a part of that, and it was also it was also cool because you just met a whole bunch of dudes that wanted to do the same thing as you. They just wanted to run around and hit people. As barbaric as that sounds, that's all football is. A bunch of dudes running around trying to hit each other. Who's swinging the big ones? You know what I'm saying? Who gonna knock me out, or not necessarily knock me out, but who gonna knock out somebody first? And yes, the game is trying to be played from a very safe aspect and a very not it's not soft, but a very protective approach. The barbaricness within the sport will never leave. That combat will never leave. That violent just ugh from a man will never leave the game. You can't take that out of football. And I think excuse me. I think that's the beauty of football. You know what I'm saying? You can't, as much as you will try, you cannot eliminate the big hits. You can't eliminate the body slams. You can't eliminate the force on force and an unmovable object versus an unmovable object. You just can't eliminate those type of situations from the game, no matter how hard you try. So yeah, man. But I was a pretty decent baller at school. Um, I wasn't the fastest. I wasn't the tallest. I wasn't the strongest. I, when it comes to physical intangibles or physical traits, uh, that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't your prototypical defensive back because I played defensive back, but I wasn't, 5'10", 180 in high school. No, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have big muscles. I barely like to really work out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fool with the weight room not one bit for real. Even though lifting weights was still beneficial for me and to me, it just wasn't my suit. It wasn't my strong suit, bro. I feel like you. I feel like the weights was putting way too much more energy into something, and you know, it wasn't yielding results. I was okay. I'll put it like this: I lift weights to get stronger, but I never lift weights to get bigger. You know what I'm saying? And so they kept trying to get me to lift weights to get bigger, and I'm like, bruh, I don't really. As crazy as it sounds, I didn't want to be big, bro. I didn't want to be swole. I didn't want that. It looked like it was uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to be me. So I didn't really lift weights to get big. I lift weights to get strong. Because when they was telling me you lift weights to get stronger, that actually was yielding results. So I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But lifting weights to get big, psh, not I. And to each his own. I ain't out here to throw shade on the people that's bodybuilding or toning up and this and that and the third. To each it is own. But me, I'm cool on you. Cool on you, buddy, buddy. But yeah, I ain't really lift weights to get big. I lift them to get strong. But yeah, I wasn't the fastest. I wasn't the strongest. I wasn't the biggest. I wasn't heavily recruited. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be on this mug. You know what I'm saying? Or I would, but it'd be bigger. Nah, I'm just playing. But in all, I was still able to enjoy the game. I loved it. So I loved the nature of it, and ultimately it led me to Campbellsville, and it got me at college. Well, almost done, almost done. But it's got me the opportunity to go and get a college education, learn more about myself, not learn, but meet new people, network, and find out more and more about yourself day in and day out. And one of my favorite quotes from one of my coaches is, "Football is one of the greatest life teachers a man can experience." And he said because it is literally not one of the greatest life examples or life analogies, because in the game you will literally get knocked down, or you can get knocked straight down, and you will either choose to get right up and redeem yourself, or sit down and lay down and not not respond, and let the adversity just continue to hit you in the mouth and continue to hit you in the mouth and continue to hit your mouth. And so what are you gonna do? Are you gonna get up and fight back? Are you gonna get up and chase down the running back or the receiver or the quarter, whoever got the bat, whoever got the ball? You know what I'm saying? These type of things you can low key see in the game of football. I'm like, oh, okay, they not just out here talking. You know what I'm saying? I did just get knocked up and it hurt, and I wanted to lay down. I wanted to quit. I wanted to stop. I wanted to. Oh my bad, I'm playing with the echo. I wanted to stop. I wanted to quit, but life sometimes, not life, but sometimes you just tell yourself, bro, get up, like let's do it. Get up, let's fight. Get up, we ain't done. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate football in that aspect. It taught me how to be resilient. It taught me how to don't just quit so easily. It taught me how to, well, that's resilient, but taught me teamwork, taught me cooperation, collaborating, a multitude of things that I probably wouldn't have learned if somebody was just trying to sit there and teach them to me. So I'm definitely appreciative of the game in that aspect. My bad. I'm gonna move this real quick. But yeah, man, it brought me to Campbellsville. It got me to see that I actually can be a college athlete. That was one of my goals. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten better as an individual here at Campbellsville. Being in Campbellsville, staying here, having time to myself, figuring out who I am as an individual, as a young adult, and as a young man, a young black man at that. It's been beautiful being down here. You know what I'm saying? I've had my ups and downs just like anybody else, but I count all the ups before I count all the downs. Because if you constantly count your downs, how are you going to get up? You know what I'm saying? How are you going to see yourself in a greater light if you never are even heating or not heating, if you never are even visualizing yourself in that greater light? You know what I'm saying? That's real. It was hard for me sometimes to see myself outside of Lexington and outside of high school and outside of that everyday pattern that you get stuck in. It was hard to see myself outside of that until what I'm saying. I just real live did. I don't know what it was, but it's like I just got sparked, and I started to see myself in school, in college, and playing college ball, and having success in doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say this. Ooh, that's good. That's my message for today. We gotta visualize stuff, bruh. We gotta make sure we are taking the time out to put not take we are taking the time out to dream. Take the time out to dream, to imagine, to like I said, visualize yourself in a setting, in a situation. Even if you ain't in there right now, you just gotta visualize it. You like truly gotta put yourself in that space before that space is even created. You know what I'm saying? That whole manifesting and yeah, no disrespect, it's good. It's good to profess and proclaim. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta see it. So look, here it is. When you start to like literally visualize yourself in a situation, it'll come out of your mouth. It'll start being riddled in your words and in your thought pattern because now you're training your mind and your eyes to see yourself in places and situations where you know you're successful, where you know you're winning, where you know you got this and that. Then that in turn you will start to do things in order to to obtain that vision, to obtain what you saw yourself in. You're gonna try and put yourself in any and all situations and any and all aspects to be in that light, to be in that vision, to have yourself in that vision that you see yourself in. So, for example, for me, once I realized I can actually be a college athlete, like, excuse me, but once I seen myself, like, bro, you know what? I don't care about the whole D1. I don't care about D2. I don't care about D3. I just want to play ball, bro. I just really want to play ball. I can actually see myself playing ball on any of these levels. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to minimize no other level because prior to, I was minimalizing other levels of ball. You know what I'm saying? I was minimalizing JUCO. I was minimalizing NAIA. I was minimalizing, D2 and D3 simply because I thought I was a D1 talent. How was I going to be a D1 talent? I didn't even put myself in positions outside of football to be a D1 talent. You know what I'm saying? So that was out of the question. But once I sat there and once I sat there and saw myself in classrooms, in college classrooms, at college practices, and I started to, really see and feel that I could do that. I could be that person. I can be that student athlete. You know what I'm saying? And so then my thought process started to change. My word and my verbiage usage started to change. I started to talk as if I could be that. I started to talk as if I could walk that. You know what I'm saying? And then in turn, I started doing things I needed to do in order for me to get to that accomplishment that I wanted to see, or that accomplishment that I visualized. See, there's power in having a vision, bro. There's true power in having a vision. You know what I'm saying? Because once you have a vision, now you know what you can do in order to accomplish that vision. All right. And even if you don't know what to do to accomplish a vision you have all the time in the world to try to accomplish it. You know what I'm saying? So use your resources, use the people you know, use the people you love, use the people that's around you to help you better yourself and better the vision that you have for yourself in order for you to accomplish that exact vision that you have. And it's just, if you're not willing and ready to give it all up for a vision that you see in yourself, then that vision's not strong enough. That may not even be a vision. That may just be something that just enticed you at the time. Because a vision is going to come in and remind you that at any given time, bruh, you'll risk it all for that vision. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know at one point in time when I wanted to be an athlete, I wanted to be the best. I wanted to, strive and be a better me every day, especially on the field and off the field. Excuse me. I started to do the things that needed to get done in order for me to complete that vision or accomplish that vision. So, for example, you're going to go to class, you're going to do your work, you're going to study for tests, and you're going to try your earnest hardest to get the good grades and stay on the team and go to practice and do diligence in your practice and make sure you're going hard 110% and you're not slacking, you're watching film and you're taking care of your body, you're resting. All this, all these moving parts to the car has to be put together in order for the car to be made. You know what I'm saying? So somebody had that vision for that car that's made. Somebody had that vision for a 2022 Porsche, and somebody had that vision for the 2022 Fusion. And in that vision, they saw themselves and their team of people and the people they associate themselves with. They saw themselves doing works and doing things that accomplished the mission. I mean, the vision. Or it aided in getting to the vision. And so, for us, why don't we do that for our own lives? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we do that for ourselves? Why don't you visualize yourself in those business meetings with CEOs? Why don't you visualize yourself completing that degree? Why don't you visualize yourself what else is out there? Getting that trade. Why don't you visualize yourself starting that business? Why aren't you visualizing and imagining yourself in places and situations that you always wanted to be in? And I know I'm not sitting here saying this is something easily done. What? No, because if it was, we'd all be doing it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even feel the urge to talk about this on the show if it was something easy, or if it was something that we could all do. But only reason I'm sharing that with you because I've had success in visualizing myself in places that I wanted to be in. Like I wanted to be a a champion some way, somehow in college because I never won a championship in high school, pee wee, any of that in the third when it came to the sport of football. And I visualized myself being a champion. And I did everything I needed to do in order to become a champion. I am a NCCAA national champion in the sport of football. 2017, Campbellsville Tigers defeated uh, Sam Austin Houston University in Texas. Well, they came up here, but that university's out of Texas. They came up here. We beat them and won a championship. So that small example for me changed my life. I was like, oh crap, I I got a college ring. Call my Brodies. I'm like, Brody, I got a ring, cuz I just won me a bowl game. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Me and my dogs, we just went out there and went crazy. We beat them boys 42-17. Something like, I don't know the score. I'm at the fact check. I think they put up 24. But that last touchdown was fluke. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.